Yo, what's up, YouTube? I got you with the title. I know I did. I bet you're wondering, oh my gosh, what's the question this guy's asking about? Well, it's about privacy. That's what it comes down to. That's why you're watching a dude in the mask talk about privacy. And here's the big setup. Here's the story that everyone's going to relate to. You know when you're talking to somebody or you're overhearing a conversation, the same conversation that you've been hearing for your whole life, the most common conversation now is, "Hey, I was talking about a refrigerator, and then I got an ad for a refrigerator." And the other guy is like, "Oh my gosh, that happened to me. The same thing happened to me. I swear the phones are listening to us, man." Yeah, they're definitely listening to us. So anyway, what did you do this weekend? And then the conversation just stops. And it's like, what? What? You guys go from, hey, I'm being spied on, to, what'd you do this weekend? Like, it's the same thing. It's in the same context. What is that? How is it so casual? How is this a casual statement? Ready? You want to hear what's weird? I did a whole monologue about how I need a new cell phone. How my cell phone is broken or I need a screen repair. And the screen repair, I don't know. I just need one. That's what I need. Oh, I got an ad for a screen repair. How convenient. That's not convenience. That is a blatant distraction from your privacy. And it seems like if you say something like that in a casual manner, everyone just agrees, then moves on. And that's the strangest part about this. That's why I'm making a video about this. Is because why do we just accept that? Why do we accept my privacy is being impeded on? Is in the same realm as what are you doing this weekend or how the crazy weather we've been having, right? That is weird. Why is surveillance being treated like small talk? Why is unconsensual because we've consented to it? We're carrying around a microphone and a camera everywhere that we go that's monitoring everything that we do, that's monitoring how long we're looking at stuff, it's monitoring how much money we have in our bank account, how much we're allowed to spend, if we're willing to take out debt. It is monitoring everything. It is insane what it is monitoring. And why are we treating that like it's just a small talk, like it's just what it is? Can anybody answer that? Is anybody okay with that if I came to you and I was like, hey, I know what you've been doing on your phone. I installed something when you weren't looking. Now I know everything about you. Now I know where you go. Now I know that you went to Fry's or Publix or whatever grocery store and you spent $85 on ice cream and cigarettes. And now I'm going to advertise that to you every chance I get. Whenever you're feeling sad, whenever you say, hey, I'm sad, I'm going to advertise Bluebell ice cream. Because I know it makes you happy. And I'm going to get a kickback from it. You would say no. You would call the dude in the mask a lunatic. And you would refuse to interact with me. You would get a new phone. But when corporations do it that we praise, we're like, oh, whatever. It's fine. But that's just a total invasion of privacy that is so subtle that we just allow to happen. I allow to happen. The dude that's ranting about it is literally staring at his phone right here while this is happening. I am part of the problem too. We are in this together. But it's just weird that this is normalized. That it's just normal to be spied on and marketed to. I saw something and this is hypothetical because I don't know if it's exactly right. But I saw something where Facebook knows if you're feeling ultra depressed to where you will take action on it by doing something to you. And when that happens, they advertise to you while you're feeling vulnerable because they know when you're vulnerable. That is insane if that is true. And I'm by no means saying that that's true. That is a complete hypothetical that I could have dreamed. By no means am I saying that that is true. Please do not sue me. But if that is the case, that is sick and disgusting. And I encourage you to go look up that case to prove me wrong. But I want to talk about the right that I have as a human to privacy. And that is insane that I need to talk about. Hey, I want privacy. As a human, I think that I deserve a right to privacy. That statement is absurd. That is so absurd. Let's just observe for a second who you're listening to. You're listening to a man in a ski mask that doesn't like putting himself out there. Look at what you're dealing with. For me to feel any sort of privacy, I need to sit in my room sweating like a pig in a ski mask in order to get my opinions out there while just maintaining the false illusion of privacy. YouTube knows who I am. In order to make a YouTube channel and to post more than like 6 videos to schedule them out, which you need to do if you work a full-time job, you need to schedule out videos so you're not on your computer every day. You need to provide your ID for some reason. So YouTube already knows who I am. They know where I live. Well, why? Why? That's an invasion of privacy too. What is going on? This is weird. And I'm on the cusp of being the biggest hypocrite ever by making a 7.5-minute rant about privacy while just letting everything listen to me. I would be way more credible if I just could honestly say I don't have a phone, I don't let people listen to me, I don't post online. How would I make the video? But call me a hypocrite all you want. But there's a huge contradiction when it comes to making content and then warning people about consuming content and the data that is collected while you consume content. I totally understand that. But the point of this video is how liberal we are becoming when it comes to our own privacy. And I don't mean liberal as in conservative and liberal. I don't mean that at all. I mean liberal as in like the amount of shampoo I use is way too much, or the amount of soap that I put on my sponge while cleaning a singular dish is a liberal amount of soap. It's a lot. That's how I'm using the word, but I think it's weird. I think that if we zoom out on really how much privacy we think that we have compared to what we actually have, we will be shocked. If we go back to every point I've made in this video about even wearing this ski mask and me thinking that I'm maintaining my privacy, anybody who I've interacted with throughout my whole life could easily tell who this is. It's crazy. My voice is very distinguishable. So there's really no way to be completely private than to just be alone and not interact with anybody. And I think if that's the ultimatum, like either have zero privacy and be in the loop, or have no privacy. I said the same thing. Either have zero privacy and be in the loop, or all of the privacy and be a hermit. That shouldn't be the ultimatum. That shouldn't be what is the scale. That's not logical. And I think that light needs to be brought to that subject, that us as humans should really demand more privacy. Because we are getting nothing from our privacy being taken from us. We are actively being harmed from our privacy being taken away from us. We are being advertised to. We are being manipulated due to us giving away our sense of privacy. And that's weird. That's super odd. And I hate to bring up this argument, but I'm going to bring up this argument. Our phones are the biggest issue. We have zero privacy when it comes to our phones. We own our physical phone, but we do not own the software that's put onto it. We own the brick of metal or titanium that is housing the software in our phones. But we have no control over what software is put on our phones. That is made by design. That is apparent. Go watch the paperclip guy, Rosman, on his newest video about a $1,000 Google phone having malicious software on it to spy on you. It's big respect to you. If somehow this video has got to you, Mr. Rosman, I love your content. It's great. I changed myself to a Clippy because I like it so much, but open your eyes. See what's going on. And to reiterate it, we have no problem giving up our privacy in the form of internet points. We don't. We post our children on social media. We post where we are on social media. We post our new house on social media, our new car with our license plate visible. We post every single thing about us. Some people post themselves that they're most vulnerable about anything and make it open to everybody without the slightest fear of somebody taking advantage of that vulnerability. And the issue is that the people who are looking at it aren't the ones who are taking advantage of it. The people who have gave you the platform to be vulnerable are the ones who are taking advantage of it. And that's the biggest problem. We are actively posting our location on Snapchat, on Snap Maps. That's on by default. Is that anybody who adds you can see exactly where you are. That's insane. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. And everyone thinks that it's just, oh, it's a fun feature. Look at my Bitmoji. You're sitting at my house. Everybody can see it. And we're doing this in exchange for likes or comments or support through a screen. We're giving up our privacy to fit in when that shouldn't even be a transaction. It shouldn't even be there. And we're doing it for some empty digital validation. Just the same as what I'm doing now. I am letting my emotions run wild on this video for some sort of digital validation of subscribers or numbers or monetization or whatever. I'm being hypocritical, but that's just the way that we're living. I think that it's an issue. And in my eyes, I feel like I'm doing a good part in addressing it. That information is being used to manipulate us instead of help us or maintain privacy. And honestly, this video doesn't have a call to action. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to make a video in a ski mask ranting about it. You do whatever you want to do. You sit in this idea that I gave you. You clicked off the video. You're still here. Whatever. I'm just asking you to think about it. Because I can't sit here and tell you what to do while the irony of complaining about our current digital landscape while on said digital landscape, the hypocrisy there is thrown out the window in the form of credibility to what I'm saying. All I'm asking you is to think. All I'm asking is this open invitation to do unbiased research on how your privacy is being taken advantage of. And all I'm trying to convey is for you to just think about what's going on. Don't let some dude in a mask tell you. Don't let some random masked man tell you about privacy. Look into it on your own. See the injustices that are going on and take action if you don't like it. Sorry for the somber ending, but I really appreciate everyone watching. And with that being said, I'll catch you next time.